Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Beta Branch update for July 29th. And we will see whether or not they release another hotfix hours after I release this video. If they do, I will make sure to unlist it and cover the hotfix. But let's get started. I thought it was actually cured in the last hotfix, but apparently it wasn't. And that is dropping off prisoners to get roguery. So I got 346 looters. I am going to give to one of my clan members, walk into town, go to the dungeon, and there they are. So they did not fix that problem, and you cannot get roguery. So if you're really looking for roguery, what you want to think about doing is going to be caravans. I know it can be difficult to catch them, especially in an army when you are looking to get roguery for your party members. So what you could do is go to places like right here where they have a great trap point, let them come up here, and when you first talk to them, hand them a bunch of your equipment because you gain roguery based off of what you loot. And so do any party members that you have in your army. So hand them a bunch of stuff, try to get them to either surrender or defeat them, and that will get you the roguery. But they still are not selling their prisoners, they are donating them. So they still don't have the Balticon crash fixed. I've explained this in a couple videos, but I guess it's time to go ahead and do it. When you look at here, it says that they have walls that are tier 3. The problem is when the walls hit tier 2. That is when the crash occurs. So let's run through and I'm going to show you exactly how to solve it. A couple people have helped with this, so thank you to them for bringing this up. What you first do to get the command console is hit the Alt and the tilde key. That brings us up. We need to turn cheat mode on. Normally, don't type the whole thing, just a couple letters, and it will come up. CO, there's config, hit it. CH, there's cheat mode. Space 1, cheat mode is now on. To fix this problem, we want to do campaign, so CA. Then you want to do building. And what we want to do is we want to add building level. Hit space, then type out Balticon, space, and then you need the line that is up and down. So that's shift, and then right by your enter key where it's on an angle, it's that one. And then you want to type fortifications with an S and hit enter. And if you do what I just did right there and do anything wrong, it will say settlement not found. That is if you type anything wrong. If you type fortification, you type Balticon wrong, if you do any of that, it will say settlement not found. So that is how you know you did something wrong. So just double check it again. And there you go. It already says that fortification is at the top level. If it was level 1, it would say fortification is now at level 2. Then you would just do it again. All you have to do is highlight it and hit enter. And then it would say fortification is at level 3. So that is all you need to do. Turn cheat mode on, campaign building, Balticon, space, the line up and down, space, fortifications with an S. Just do that 2 times, and you can do that at any time. Someone even mentioned at the beginning of the game just to get it done. As long as that is not at tier 2, you will never have a crash. So just do that. Once you are done, cheat mode does take resources. All you need to do is hit cheat mode, backspace, 0, enter. Cheat mode is now turned off. You can either hit the X or Alt tilde again. And now cheat mode is off. You're good to go. The walls are tier 3 and you will not crash anymore. As far as when we should expect a fix, they said it should be in the next hotfix. But let's remember, it's Tail World. Should, coulda, woulda. We can't guarantee that. I wanted to go over workshops and why workshops are being so difficult once again, but this time I wanted to give proof from the developers as to the reason why. When a castle is defeated and it goes to the enemy, then those bound villages will send goods someplace else. So then they're going to get an influx of goods and the other one isn't. What I want to draw your attention to is this right here. The workshop selection is something that occurs at the beginning of the game, which means that existing games won't be affected. If a workshop goes bankrupt, however, the game will use the new algorithm to select a new workshop type. The trade bound selection is dynamic and occurs during runtime, so ongoing saves will be affected by that. What Tailworld is saying is that if a shop goes bankrupt, they will select a new one. This is one of the reasons why it has made workshops not make much money, because they're going to be changing and then people are not going to be making money because all of a sudden grain will all become stockpiled in one city. So one workshop could go bankrupt and they might change it over to a brewery, which is going to cause your brewery in your town next to it to not make as much money. So therefore, watching out to see what these shops have is going to be important. Doubling the price of workshops, I think it was a terrible mistake. They never should have done it. I have been lobbying for them to change it back, and let's hope that they do. So the ability to watch out for shops is super important at the beginning part of the game, so you can try to make much profit as you can. But workshops really are now not a great way to make money. The last thing I want to touch on is the Lord defection, which we're hoping for. Their last attempt at trying to fix it failed their internal tests, and that is why we did not get a hotfix for it. But this is something that has been discussed on the 1.8 forums for a few days now, and that is geography playing a much bigger role. And this is indeed correct. While there are other contributing factors to defection, the geographical advantage calculation affects the defection scores most. It is the simplest method to measure empire expanse. If an empire is spread too thin, it has enclaves, but its simplicity creates some wild values in many unwanted cases. We are looking into tweaking the geographical advantage modifier to something more stable. What this means is about placement of your fiefs and how it relates to the score. Part of the calculation is based off of where the middle of your kingdom is. Let's say that you go ahead and you start in Rateau. If you start taking stuff further away, that is going to go ahead and lower your score. If you get stuff closer by, it's going to go ahead and raise it because you're having a more stable kingdom. However, giving those fiefs away is going to affect that as well. So if you give fiefs to people that are on the border of multiple enemies, that is going to cause the defection chance to go up. Where if you give them fiefs that are closer by, it will actually lower it. So fief placement is right now a very high value in the defection chance, and that is what they are looking at going ahead and reducing it, or as they say, tweaking it to try to stop that. Let's just hope that we're going to get the hotfix here somewhat soon. Once again, they might go ahead and drop it on a Friday right after this is released, which if they do, I will unlist video and I will go ahead and bring you the hotfix. But those are the most important issues that are pressing right now for 1.8. I will see you guys next time. Take care, and thanks for watching.